I won't be supporting this bill in the House.
Mr Speaker.
In reply, Sue Moroney.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. Well, can I first of all start by acknowledging and thanking all of those parties who have seen fit to support this bill in the House, because I think the parties who have supported this show that they take New Zealanders' concerns about privacy breaches very seriously and are prepared to act. And that's certainly the reason why I put this bill forward into the ballot and was fortunate enough to have it pulled out of the ballot. But I'm sorry to say, Mr Speaker, that it is all too often that we are in this House and we hear the government dragging its heels. The sound is very audible in the debating chamber as the government drags its heels yet again on an issue that is important to New Zealanders. Because this government has been guilty of breaching New Zealanders' privacy, from ACC to EQC and every acronym in between. They have been breaching New Zealanders' privacy. And it started actually right at the top, because it was the Minister, Paula Bennett, who was the first to start this trend. She deliberately breached the privacy of two sole parents when they dared to question her cutting of the trading incentive allowance. And that's where it all started from, Mr Speaker. So the crocodile tears from the government opposite simply do not work, because New Zealanders saw one of their own ministers deliberately breaching the privacy for her own means, for her own ends. And that gave the cue to all of those public entities that New Zealanders' privacy was not paramount. And of course what followed next was all of these privacy breaches. MSD, well, of course they were going to breach people's privacy. Their own minister had shown them that that's what the proper thing was to do. So it is endemic, it has been systemic, and it has been led from the government benches, these constant privacy breaches, and that's why this bill is important. This previous speaker said that it was a rocket without the science. Well, I'd like him to actually say that to the Law Commission, because this was the recommendation of the Law Commission. And Alfred Naro is promising that sometime between now, the 13th of November, and the end of the year, not that very far away, that the minister is going to be taking a paper to Cabinet. Well, here's news for that member. His minister got on her feet in front of a couple of hundred people in May last year and promised she would be introducing that bill in the first half of 2013. The first half of 2013. And yet here he is admitting to us that she hasn't even taken the paper to Cabinet yet on the 13th of November, and the paper hasn't even gone to Cabinet. So the sound of the government dragging its heels on addressing these very serious privacy concerns is deafening and is audible in this debating chamber, and it came from the members opposite. So, Mr Speaker, I'm going to let the voting do the talking now, because we will now learn which parties in this Parliament take New Zealanders' privacy seriously and which parties do not. Thank you.
The debate has concluded. The question is that the motion be agreed to. Those of that opinion will say aye. Aye. Contrary, no. No. Noes have it. Party vote. The clerk will conduct a party vote.
New Zealand National.
59 votes opposed.
New Zealand Labour.
33 votes in favour.
Green Party.
14 in favour.
New Zealand First.
7 in favour.
Maori Party.
3 votes in favour.
Mana.
1 in favour.
Act New Zealand.
1 vote opposed.
United Future.
1 vote opposed.
Brendan Horan.
1 in favour.
The ayes are 59, the noes are 61. The motion is not agreed to. Members, we move to Members' Order of the Day number 2.
Reserve Bank of New Zealand, amending primary function of the bank